What's going on? What's going on, all the good people out there? Everybody doing all right? What's good? What's good? What's good? Oh man. Yeah. Good evening, good evening. We can get it back out here in a little bit or something. What's going on? Good evening. Is there more of the scalp indicators, or is there something new? Is there more? I'm not sure. Selfish. What's going on, user? She said, well, damn. Oh. Thank you, Shelley. Boom. Any guests today? Man, I'm gonna start. I've actually just got the software routed where I can do that now. So, gonna have some guests coming on pretty soon. Louisa says, question for the RSI indicator, what period do you use? Valid question, Louisa. It really depends on what time frame that you're trading on. RSI changes with time frames, just like kind of like EMAs change with time frames. Trucking with Josh just upgraded to VIP. I love his Discord and your teacher. I've learned so much. Brother, I sure appreciate that. I'm glad to have you. I'll try to hit RSI a little bit, Louisa. And if you'd like a little more in depth, you hit me on an email if you'd like to set up a one-on-one for coaching sessions, okay? Steve in the house, Jersey in the house, Mikey Mullins in the house. Appreciate everybody. I was just going to do a video. Most people said do a live, so I'll do a live stream. How about that? Oh, good, sir. Get through some of these comments. Good. At Garbage Mike. Changed your name. Yeah. Josh and Larry think Money Mike is the way to go for the YouTube handle. So, hopefully, I trust their judgment and leadership. They've helped me so far, and when you got two guys like that behind you, if you don't listen, you're just crazy. So I'm listening, but I'm gonna keep it Spy Lord on the Discord for all the close friends, right? Let's see here. Let's talk about fear and greed index. Angus said we ran and ran, yet currently we're sitting in fear. That's pretty bullish. What are your thoughts? It's a good point, Angus. Angus has a good point here. So if you really, man, the market is in a wild spot right now. I gotta say, it is in a wild spot. It's at all-time highs. In many ways, in many time frames, we're overbought. The Fed looking to ease, give us cuts, and a lot of people are expecting good earnings this week. So it's a lot of bullishness at the top. So it's odd. It's an odd feeling, and then just like you said, Angus, the fear and greed index. Let's see here. Here we go. Fear and greed index. Still sitting in fear. You're right. I mean, it could be more of this way, but what about crypto sitting in the neutral spot? Stock over here. It's odd, man, to say the least. It's tricky to navigate, and therein lies why do I like day trading? Because you can control day to day. You know, sometimes I feel like when I get too extended out in long term things, or too, looking forward too much, it's hard to control those positions because you're so vested into them, right? But day trading, I can control what's going on. It's at my fingertips, right? That's one reason that I like it. Mr. Guy here, can you help me? You said you have a different monitor to trade SPY. Can you show me how you do it? Because I can't detach my chart from the custom layout to another monitor on Webull. Man, I don't know how to say your name. Guyan Sons 17 2958. Yes, sir. Somebody got me that first thumbs down. I always appreciate that one. Yes, I can help you, brother. So I'll do that right fast for you. How about that? Here's a single chart. All right. Here's my custom setup under the little, I call it a paintbrush over here, this custom tab. And okay. If you want to have another Webull on another screen, normally I build these for people under this tab right here that says stocks, the one underneath your heart up here in the top left, right? That's where I build this at most of the time, because everything's already synced up together. If I want to do the 6 grids here, I just go to grids, go to the six panel, or whatever you want, whatever you like. You can do whichever setup you want. So in doing that, if you want to have just the SPY over on another screen, go up here to where it says layouts. If you're on a Windows computer, you're going to go to this top left corner where there's 3 horizontal lines. Let me make sure. Let me check something. Hang on. Just want to make sure I'm displaying this right. Let me get me off the screen. Okay. Now, still don't look right. Hang on. There we go. Now, on a Windows computer, up here in the top left corner, there are 3 horizontal lines. You can click right there, and you're going to say clone this layout. Or if you're on a Mac, you go up here to the top where it says layouts. Click layouts, and well, now, boy, where's it at? Reset current layout. Save as customized layout. Oh, Windows. I'm sorry. Go to Windows on the Mac, and then you hit here. Clone this window. So if I clone this window, even if I've done a grid setup, say I got a 4 grid setup, I want to clone this setup on another screen, or if I just want a single chart on another screen, go to Windows, clone this window. Now I can just take this entire same setup, drag it over on another screen. That's the easiest way to do that. So I've dragged this over onto another monitor. Now I have 2 identical setups. One remains the SPI. This one over here stays 4 or 6 charts, however I want. Right? So that's the easiest way to do that, man. Hopefully that helps you, brother. Let's go to, where's my comments? There we go. Hopefully that helps you, buddy. Let me get caught up on some comments here. Mike, you may want to minimize your personal window. Got it, right? Am I out of Texas? Guy, you're welcome, brother. You're welcome. No, I'm not out of Texas, but I sound like it. Angus, I just use somebody local, man. Anybody, any accountant, do you right? I think I seen you comment that you from Indiana or something like that. If you just find you a good local accountant. Brandon, I'm close to Tennessee and Kentucky, man. I probably sound more Texas than most Texas people, right? UNH earnings tomorrow of your thanks stocks block. Let's get some charts. I have to miss the whole week of live trading this week. It's the funniest thing I've seen, baby. Baby Ambi. Have to miss the whole week of live trading. I messed around and got a job. I love it. That's good stuff, bud. Oh, I hate you have to miss it too. Could be some good volatility, but you know, I've done that for decades, so I know how it is. I know exactly how it is. I had to work jobs and side jobs and hustle, and work side jobs and get my account built up. And that's how you do it. Can you review the Tesla chart? Yes, I will. Luis, you're welcome. Luisa, you're welcome. Isaac, good to hear that, brother. Mario checking in. I'm going back here to look. What is the chance of SPY opening 682 tomorrow? I'd say it's possible. There is at the Mona Lisa from Greensboro, North Carolina. You ain't too far from me. Mr. Charles Wade Kind in the house. I feel you, DC and NC. All right, let's hop in and look at a few charts. I told everybody this morning in pre-market prep, and I'll do that again tomorrow. Okay, I try to come on early and get everybody prepped. Now, here was the thing on days like this. Let's just do SPY for a moment here. 5-minute chart. This looks easy when you drop back and look at it, right? You're like, oh, that's a trend today. No, this is not a trend day. This didn't trend really until out in here. This was the trend. So the best entry for SPY today was this back test. Now, everybody tell me, where did it back test? Where did we back test today and get that entry? Because this is all range, and once this broke out of that range, you did get one little back test here, consolidation, and another back test. This whole section was pretty much crap to trade. This was really choppy and hard because you got no breakout. On a day like this, all you can do is play the range for a small move. You can play the range, you can play off the lows, or you can play off the highs, and you only get it a few times when it's like this. Pre-market high, or opening range high, that's right. Time after this cat out of here. Time after time, these levels play and these levels pay, baby. So if you, I'm about to kill the cat. Boom. Sorry, guys. If you've got your chart set up like this, and I've done it a million times for everybody. If you want to do classes, let me know. If you want whatever you want to do, let me know. But these indicators pay, and you have to develop a repetition with them. I told everybody from the get-go today, after that rip up last night, the opening was going to be chop. It was going to be, nothing was breaking out. Go back here and look at the front. Even Google didn't break out till later in the day. AMD got a reversal a little bit. Nvidia, nothing. Palantir, nothing. Amazon, nothing. SPY got a breakout at the end of the day. I think Meta and did Tesla run? So there was just a couple of things that ran a little bit. But this overnight move, when you get a gap up like this, you're going to spend the first 2 hours consolidating. Why? Well, the reason why is because of RSI. When you open up and the RSI is at 82 on the 1 hour in pre-market, all it did there was no sign of revert. People were asking me to take puts today, like messaging me, say, "Hey, can we take puts? Can we take puts?" No, you can't take puts. You can't take puts on this. This is when you start looking at little candles like 2 minutes. That's what makes you want to take puts, and you can make a little bit getting down through here like that, but not much on that move. Contracts were high dollar today on everything. Google was high dollar. AMD was outrageous. I was trying to think what else. There was a bunch of stuff that were just doggone ridiculous to buy. Nvidia is still pretty affordable. Google, the 270 call. Did y'all notice that today? I mean, the 270 calls right now are $850 each. It's insane. It's insane, man. Now, the SPY could have been played, but you really had to wait your turn on the SPY today. Like, this was one of those days where you're going to have to sit in the seat and wait, because the entire day on a 15, all it did was cool off. So you have to start looking at these upper time frames. Somebody was asking me that this morning. What time frame do you look at for the RSI? Look at all the time frames, all the way up to 1 hour for day trading. So 5, 10, 15. I immediately start going from 5 to 15. Sometimes even in the first couple of opening candles, because I want to see how much momentum it's maintaining on the opening candle, how much it's maintaining. And if I can gauge it, that's why I wanted Palantir this morning, because, and it ended up playing, but man, these look at these wicks. This was hard to hold because it was all over the place. The first 4 candles really was all over the place. This was hard to hold. Once it broke pre-market and closed over it, it did respect it. That's the only thing but once you got your opening range high, you never got over it. You never did get over it. So going back to Palantir on the daily here for a moment. Look where we rejected, guys. All-time highs. All the way back here. Same place. There goes that thumbs down. Thanks. So oh my God. They must have stumped their toe in their mama's basement when they were hollering at her to get them some drinks. Okay. So Palantir, all-time highs. I think this is bullish looking. Now, earnings on Palantir November 3rd. My personal opinion is we could rally into earnings, and then, I mean, maybe Palantir crushes it again. I think last earnings, look at that gap up. Last earnings was here. Closed at 161 that day. The next day it opened at 172. Let's go back to the earnings before. This one was a sell-off and a rebound. This earnings, huge gap up. This earnings, huge gap up. Another one with a gap up. So, was that 4 out of the last 5 earnings have been a nice move on Palantir? So she could take on off here, man. Really, it could. I kind of wish I saw this a little bit beforehand. You had a little bit of this descending channel here going on when we broke up out of it on Friday. It was a good move. So RSI is pushing 60 on the daily, and MACD is, look at that, she's crossing up on the daily over the zero line. That's bullish. We're in bullish hands doing another cross up. So I think we run from here on my personal preference. 190.40 is obviously going to be what we've got to close over. And really we closed the body back here at this 186. So I think it's already starting to move a little bit. We'll see. See what happens. I like the look of Palantir here for the next week. What else y'all want to see? Google. Yes, Google's supposed to be. I'm trying to buy Google, but there's two tickers. Yeah, Gene Money Tree. On the options for Google, I use GOOGL. I don't use Goog. I want to say Josh used to trade Goog without the L. There's a little difference in price. And I've always kind of noticed there's a difference in the options, if I'm not mistaken. Let's throw them up here for a moment. So here's Google, and here's Goog. Let's look. Yeah, slightly different in price. So Goog options, the 270s, $875. Google, the 270s are $850. Open interest. It seems there's better interest in Google options than there are. I don't know. I prefer this with the one with the L. It's just the only difference in the stock ticker is one has voting rights, I think, and the other one doesn't, if I'm not mistaken. We all want to hit Tesla. If you go back and watch the last 2 weeks of videos, man, I've been calling Google since 242. We're at 270. So just a reminder. Just a reminder. Let's talk health and nutrition. Thanks for even asking. Those are it's a separate service I do. I do coaching, and I do one-on-one coaching and small group coaching. And those are part of my small group classes that I do. You can, if you're in the Discord, you'll see me announce it. And I also announce them here on YouTube on my channel. You don't have to be in the Discord to take them. There was some people just from YouTube that took the Saturday class with me. And you get your money's worth. If you're not happy with it, at the end of it, I will send you your money back. It's $130. I've not got the next date planned yet, but the next date will be a part 2 to what I did Saturday. And if you want to know what I did Saturday, it's for beginners. It was for beginner options trader, day trading options. So we went over. Some people have never even, never bought a call or a put. They don't know what's what. So we started there. Had some discussions on the strikes, in the money and out of the money, and the basic things you need to know, and how we trade them in the live streams. And I think everybody was pretty happy. I did a setup on TradingView. I did a full setup on Webull, and everybody gets the recording. So, and it's 3 hours long. So everybody get your money's worth on it. Hey man, do you see the gap on 15-minute time frame? I'm trying to do my best to keep up with Chevy Blue. Thank you for saying that. Only in East Texas do they talk like Mike. Chevy Blue. I believe that's Nathan. You have done one-on-one and group courses, ain't you, buddy? I appreciate you. At Scythe 1926. If you click on the description in this video, that my email is in there. You can email me. At LS Smith, thank you for saying that. Thank you so much. How can I build the same layout as yours? Can't find the correct filters. Extreme, that is something I do on coaching calls. There's a little bit of setup with it. What's up, Ambrose? Where can we find the link for the group class? Scott, you email me. My email is in the description of the video. Switz, I'm not sure how that works, publishing your chart. I gotta check that out. Publish your idea, share your next trade idea. I'll try that out, Switz. Good point. Thank you, buddy. All right, let's look at a couple. I'm still liking Google, but man, she's hot. She is hot. Hot to trot. I've been on it for a while, so be careful with it. I will say, let's look at volume here today. 35 million, 28 million. 33, 25. So nothing crazy different today. 35 million on volume. Okay. Core weave, somebody said. We'll chart a few here. CRWV. All right. 138.30. 128, 133. Let's look at a weekly. It's hard to get a weekly on this. You can't. Let's go to a 2-day. Yeah, it's all right there, man. Right there she be. About 149. It's going to be resistance on this. First resistance 141. About 140, 175. Right in there. And then 131. Some support here. If it can't hold 131, let's pop back down here to 118. Got a little gap in here. Get the daily for a second here. Okay. $138. What is that? 142. Yeah. 138, 142. And then ultimately up here about close to 150. That's going to be a lot to get through. CoreWeave's been great. I was calling this at 95. I do remember that. I liked it. This was a heck of a retracement. Yeah. It just established support down there. Enough buyers stepped in at 83 down there. I like those levels on CoreWeave. It's a little neutral to me. I don't like the angle of the RSI on the daily. I wish it was a little steeper. But it is crossing the signal line and you are over 50, so I think you go back, retest 138, and then you'll find out if this is going to cross up and get to 60 or not on the RSI. You'll find out right here at 138, then 142. Yep. Yeah, I think 140 is possible. 138 is your first one. Okay. Target. You know, you just had to bring up Target, huh? If y'all remember, I had us in Target calls a few weeks ago. Got shook out. Look at my UPS play here, y'all. I hope everybody added with me on that. If you like these swings like this I've been doing, man, come join the Discord. We've done pretty well. I just want to see. Let me get UPS here. That is one I'm in. Let me see where we're at. Give everybody an update. I need to update the spreadsheet tonight. I will update the spreadsheet tonight. I meant to do that yesterday and then I got sidetracked. Them old Cowboys got me yesterday. UPS, baby. We're up 6.5% on these leap calls I got. Okay? 6.5%. We added today. I added a few days ago. I've notified everybody as soon as I added. Angus, that's a Josh thing, man. I would go back and watch that video again, and I think he posted that in Welcome to the Discord. Those 10-year plays, things that he had listed. Hello, Miguel. How are you? Mr. Clean Entertainment. Let's keep it clean, Mr. Clean. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a Cowboys fan now. I'm a Cowboys fan. Okay. Now, UPS has closed. Oh man, this is looking good, guys. This is looking good. Boom, baby. All right, let's look at the next move on UPS. Look above us, y'all. If I just, can I point you? Can we look above us for a moment? There's nothing here. There's nothing here. I ain't saying this can't get hit by a Mack truck and turn around. It can. But it appears to me we have oh man, she ran after hours too. Look at there. Looky there. We got earnings tomorrow. So if you're in this, you got to be careful with earnings, of course, but I'm probably holding. We got a good entry. We took this on good technicals, and it's breaking my trigger. My trigger was 89 for the breakout. I like buying on lows. If you've been with me a while, you know I like to buy lows when I'm swinging. So look at that move, baby. We have retaken the signal line, back tested once, and got a blow through 60. Now look at that MACD, baby. Both buy signals here, guys. Right there and right there. That's textbook. We killed that one. Let's let her run's what I say. But you can lock some in if this takes off tomorrow before earnings and gets a good run. You want to lock some in? Lock some in. It's okay. I see $90 right at 91. We could hang up a little bit on that. Okay. There goes your second thumbs down, Mike. Thanks. See if I can do better. I bought USAR lows today. Yep. So if anybody's in that, appreciate it. Following along with me. Hopefully you have. I've covered it pretty tight. We really want to get we really want to bust this 89.30. Get a close over that. There's your 4 thumbs downs. Mike Mullins for being a Cowboys fan. Oh. Mr. Clean, is it too late to jump in UPS? Well, we bought on lows and we've added periodically in the Discord, and it has been every step of the way. So I think if I was going to buy this now, we've got March 20th, $85 strikes is what we've got. I believe I would wait for a breakout over 89.50, play the momentum. We could get one back test. 87, really 86.30. That's last week's lows. I'll be using that for support, but we've played this well. Very well. Okay. just to follow the trend. Oh, it's all good. I love them. I love them. Just like their mamas love them. All right, let's go. What else you guys got? USAR. Okay. USAR. Reset chart here. Yeah, only I can see it. You guys can't see him, but I can. Angus, you trying to tag me in Discord? Just do @Spylord in Discord, and I should see it. You looking for PayPal, Christian? I'll try to hit PayPal. Alan, I'm not in Bull. I've not been in Bull. But I'll look at Bull again. Okay, NY Cactor said the 10-year stocks are in the announcements channel. I'll hit Amazon too. I got you. The UPS calls that I have are March 20th, 85 strikes. March 20th, 85 strikes. So man, USAR. I think I told somebody this yesterday. Look at these previous highs, guys. Look where we bounced. Doesn't have to be 100% exact line, but this is where we bounced right here. This was the breakout candle. This like defines the move up. That breakout candle right there. This was the breakout over these highs. This is where we came down and tested basically. This is bearish leaning still. I would want, let's check the some lower time frames here. All right. You've got a nice shelf built here, right? If we go back and do a profile on this, you're going to see these shelves up through here. See that? Now, here's your first. Let me get this magnet off. Here's your first resistance now. That's going to be this shelf it built right there, 2175. I'd even dare say right here, it's still about the same. 2180. 2180. Looks to me like you may test this again. It's curling right back down on a 30-minute. We'll see. Does this trade overnight? USAR. 21.30 overnight. It's a little weak looking still. We'll see. I mean, really, today's lows are your lows right now that you're going to have to go off of. $20 level. This is those lows from back there. You don't want to break this. 1970, so I'd give it down to there, be it. Or you're making more lower lows on that. The daily is still pointing downward on your MACD and your RSI. And this RSI is coming for 40. So either it consolidates right here for maybe a day or two, or you've got to break this line to get back up here towards 2350. So 2180 resistance on the top, and then that 1970 underneath you. Hopefully it bases here, and your RSI maybe holds 40. If this flushes 40, then you're back down in here into this stuff, back to 15 probably, somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe 17, then 15. That's how I see USAR on the daily time frame. Weekly starting to show a little weakness. You could see it lost momentum. Well, that's new momentum though. No. It's sandwiched right there, and it's drifting down. Hopefully it's found a base here around this 1970 area. That's where I would be buying off of if I was going to buy this. And then it would have to hold, okay? There's that. BBAI, I'm sure there's a bunch wants that. I got just a few minutes left, guys. I've been on almost an hour. I just want everybody to be a little cautious this week, maybe a little extra cautious. I guess you need to be cautious all the time, but a lot of stuff happening this week in the market. All right. Not really changed since yesterday. Breakout back over 730. It's not ready yet. Buy zone for this between 630 and 720 would be buy zone. But if you lose this shelf up here at 630, there's nothing to catch it. You're back down to $5. It could come back and test this little support line, ascending line. Got to get some buyers to step back in. The trigger is here at 740. Over 740. It's really on a line right here, about 690, I guess. That's how I would play that. And then you got this 630's got a hold down here. Okay. PayPal. Let's get PayPal. I wanna go over that call today too. I'm never gonna say anything, but those alerts, you still have to come and chart that if you get that alert. And it was looking for a breakout. I don't even remember what time of the day it was. Which one, Daniel Cortez? What? I don't know what he's saying. Thoughts on Lyft, Oracle, and ARM. Let me write this down. Lyft, Oracle, ARM, Uber, and Amazon. Okay, that's about it. Okay, let me do PayPal. Yeah, I can't get to all of them, y'all. I just can't. There's no way. I do my best. Poet, I've no. I've done it a bunch. I don't think it's changed any today. So, looks like Poet $7 support. These are all bleeding off. 840 and 950 resistance on Poet. They're going to bleed off some and consolidate after these moves they've had. They have to. PayPal. Well, we got earnings tomorrow on PayPal. Is that what it is? Yeah. The real, and this is probably why that alerted today, it's trying to get over this shelf here. And that was this previous high right here before it gapped up. So PayPal's got to clear 71.40, in my opinion. It's got some bullish factors to it. The MACD's trying to cross up back through the zero line. RSI just retook 50, but this is neutral at best right now. So this will be a bit of a lotto play on earnings. If it don't do well, I mean, it's got denied there. That's the top of this cluster of volume. It's a lot of consolidation through here. It is over the 9 EMA on the daily. That's bullish. 69 support. Now take it back. 68 support. 68 support on this. Pretty much 72 is the breakout. Right in there. Okay. Hey, there's Miss Ari. Yep, I will hit American Eagle since that's one of my swings. I think we've done well with this one again. This is the second time we've played this. Winner both times. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner, baby. Nima, you riding UPS with me? We're riding in the UPS truck, Nima. All right. American Eagle. Little bit of consolidation right here at 1720, I see. I like it still. We're up on this. 6%, 7% on shares. Yep, about 6.5% we're up on these shares because I didn't like the options chain on American Eagle. Ultimately, this is how I had this play in. We'll see how it turns out, but we could be getting an inverse head and shoulders here if this thing tracks back up, rejects up here. I can't draw straight. Up there at the $20 range, right? Retraces back in this neighborhood and then lift off. That's a possibility. Everybody made fun of me when I said that on TTD, but now we just got the right shoulder on TDD. So we'll see. Doesn't have to, but this is setting up like that. Either way, I think we got to get over this 1720. Had a decent little day today, I think. And it had a good run out of the open and then flat. So just kind of a flat day for it today. But it gapped up from Friday and it held. It didn't give it back up, so that's good. We'll see what happens in the coming days. 1720 pretty much is your next get across. We'll see. MACD's bullish. RSI's looking bullish. And that makes me bullish. So we'll see. I think our average is 1590. So we got in down here. You can set your stop at 1590. You won't lose a dime if you got in this. Nima. You got a mess. Yeah, it did. Oh. Okay. EXE. This person keeps asking about EXE. Let's see here. Expand Energy Corporation. I don't know what this is, brother. Let's see what we got here. This is an odd player, man. I'm looking. I'm just perplexed here a moment. Hang on. Everything is here in consolidation. On your weekly. It's very neutral in this moment. It is trying ever so slightly to break up through the MACD, through the zero line, but there is not much buying pressure here, okay? You're making lower highs on your RSI. If this thing was to lose 50 and flush beneath your signal line, then you're probably coming back down here to like 97, 90, somewhere in that neighborhood. Right here, $98. And then here's your resistance, 110.80. The oscillators are neutral right now, okay, on EXC. What's up, Cameron Crypto King? I feel you. I feel you, Switz. Darshanghan, you're asking a lot of really broad questions. Which is the best stock to have very strong technicals? Which is the best broker for options? For day trading options, I like Webull. For scalping and day trading, I like Webull the best. But if you're swing trading options or like long-term options, pretty much anything's okay. Fidelity or Robinhood, if you're buying long-term options. Oh, I'm trying to get to all of them, guys. There's no way. EXE, it's struggling right here. It's very neutral in consolidation right here. This is at best on EXE. It's like that on the daily too. Nothing really sticking out to me. It needs some buyers to step in, or it needs to bleed off hard so it can get another ramp up off these lows down here at 92. Okay. Lyft, I'm buying slowly. I'm buying shares. That's what I'm doing with my money. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a hillbilly that loves to chart. So on the monthly, I still like Lyft. 21's the kind of breakout on it. I'm buying shares on it, and I'm buying consistently when I get red days, especially under $21. Anything under 21, if this got something crazy back to 15, I will buy more. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Yep. I bought some Lyft today too, Daniel. I think Lyft is bound for 32. I don't want to do any crazy predictions here with Lyft, but it's got a story. These things are going to take a while to play out, so if it gets over 21 and shows me like a good daily candle over 21, I will then consider adding a leap for January 27th. That's how I'm going to do it. It's got to show me strength over 21. Now, Oracle and ARM. Somebody said ARM. I'll do ARM right fast. Somebody said confirm a bull flag on what? APLD. ARM's at the top, man. It's at the tippy top. I hate buying stuff like this, man. 188, 189's your breakout. It's bullish leaning on the daily right now. 175. About 175 for support. What's this showing? Anything? Yeah. I was afraid of that. I think that's how it's got it. Is that right? No. Right there. And right there. There we go. Perfecto. Yeah, that's a rising wedge. It's at resistance, man. But it can break out of that. Most definitely. It can break right on out of that. But this is a bearish channel. So it is at resistance right now. It is at all-time highs, brother. It's got another $10 up, though, to technically to the all-time highs. So it's still got a little wiggle room. I noticed the MACD didn't cross down up here. So you could use 175 local lows. 174 maybe would be decent support, all the way down to 164. Under 164, you probably come back down to the bottom of this channel. 164, then 154. That's how I see ARM. Yes, sir, Angus. You're welcome. Triple top, breakout, or bust. I agree, Zen Trader. Good to see you, Zen Trader. Good to see you, buddy. 1 hour. I believe we'll break to 17 before going back up. Limitless Society. That sounds correct. I like it. I got you, Angus. You're trying to get out of it. Yeah. This is a pretty good exit. I mean, if you've been in it a little bit, it's a pretty good exit, you know. Can't complain with that. Or you set your stop loss tight up there. And that way it locks your profits in. Switz, what are you buying? LAC, lithium. America's Corp. Yeah. She coming on down, brother. She's coming on down. $6. I about to say 6 o'clock. $6, buddy. Right there's the bottom of that. It might hold at 5. Look at that volume on that candle. It could hold at 5, brother. I bet it comes. This is gonna bleed on down a little bit more. I bet $5. Swits. Thank you, brother. CCCX video being played. Protocol Poet to $10. I don't. Lots of ways to look at this thing, man. It's one of those that if you believe in one day, the thing is they don't have any money. And if they get a big rip, they're probably going to dilute. Poets already basically went, 940. So it's already went to 10 in my eyes. I think Josh called this back in here 6 or 7. Maybe up in here you got a pull back and then a rip. So this thing could go to $5 really easy. It's losing momentum on the weekly. Got a double top on your RSI on the weekly down here. See that? So if this thing flushes under your signal line back inside 60, you could get back down here to $5 lickety split on this type of stock. Okay, be careful with that thing. Okay, my friends, I'm gonna have to wrap it up. I tried to get to everything. I will do Oracle for somebody. Ask for that. Oh, my back. Whew, y'all had a good time hanging out with me, hopefully. We gotta get a little bit of. There we go. Thank you very much. Everybody wake up. Oh man, I love y'all. I do appreciate everybody that comes and hangs out with me on these lives. This is one of my favorite things to do with the Discord family, and with even if you're not in the Discord, you're part of the family if you're in here with me. I really appreciate you. If you want to get in a good community, to learn and earn at the same time, hit the description in the video if you're not part of the Discord already. It's the top link. It says support me here. That's my link for the Stocks with Josh Discord. If you would like to support me, that's the number one way to support me and to support yourself and invest into yourself. I promise you. A lot of value in the Discord. A lot of people, and if I'll talk here to any newer people too that's here from the Discord. If you're pretty new, maybe you're feeling like I just can't, this is a lot. This will take a little time. Learn to navigate around the Discord and find your niche. Find what you're looking for. Ask yourself first, what do I want to do? A person with no direction is just, you know how that is. You're just wandering if you don't have any purpose. So one of the first things you got to do when you get in the Discord is stop, ask yourself a question. Ask yourself, one, why did I join? What was the purpose for me joining? What am I looking to gain, and where can I gain that inside the Discord? And when you find that, like you say, like if you want to day trade a lot and learn how to day trade, you should be on my channel a bunch. If you're looking to, and I do a little bit of swing trading too, but if you work a 9 to 5 and you can't day trade, there's no point in wasting your time learning how to scalp and day trade a bunch. There's no point in wasting your time if you're stuck at a job and you're not able to do that. If you don't, like some jobs got a little flexibility, you can be at your computer and get you a few trades in here and there. I get it. Some jobs don't. So don't waste your time about day trading is not everything. Swing trading pays huge. I'll tell you right now, I make more money swing trading and investing than I do day trading. And I do all right day trading. So I use day trading to add value to my big portfolio. If you are like that, where you work all the time, learn the big levels, learn to swing trade. Parker's great at it. Look for the leaps. Look for charting with either me or Miss Mary over there in the Discord. And give yourself a little bit of time. Don't get discouraged with it, okay? All right, let's do Oracle. Man, Oracle really, that blow off, it is not seen another high since, right? I feel like this one's slipping off everybody's radar. Are we going to give that move back up? Like, what a move. What a move that day. Angus, you're welcome, man. And if you're trying to learn and, just take your time with it. Don't get discouraged with it. Think of it as learning opportunities and go really slow with it, because it is the hardest thing to do. It is the hardest thing to do. Jules Texan, I'm in shares on American Eagle. Those are shares. I don't like the options chain with American Eagle. Trying to catch all. Okay, Oracle, and then I'm done. I don't think it gives it up. I could be wrong, but I don't think it gives it up. Last time, man, this thing, like the last two times, right here and back here. It's never really moving. It's never really moving back through the zero line very hard on the MACD. This has built a lot of volume up here. If it gave it up, if it gave 269.50, It could get back down here towards 240, but I don't know. I'm just not buying it. I think it holds this upper shelf fundamentally. I just think it does, but I could be wrong. That is the level. 269 right in there. 268.50, 269.50. Yeah. That's what I like on Oracle. Under that, it gets a little hairy. More resistance. 302. This thing needs a pop, man. It needs. Okay, look at there on the 1 hour. It's respected this twice. This is the level. There's the 1 hour. So what if you're trying to go long on this, if you get the opportunity to pick this up off this close to 270, this is respected at 2 times. Keep your eye on your RSI. If this loses 40, it's not going to be good. But last time it barely dipped under 40 and right back up. All right. I don't mind it buying it off that level personally. Resistance. Let me look here. Let me look. I'm looking. Yeah. Gotta get back over 292. 285.50. Maybe 286 here. There's not much there. And then 292.40. 289.50. And 292.40. Okay. Alright, let me pop those on. My labels might be a couple cents off, but you can screenshot this. Of course, like right here's lows of the day. That's going to be, you don't want to lose that. Get you one more right here at 275, and then ultimately anything close to this 270, 269.50. There you go. There's Oracle, okay? Oh, all right. All right, my friends. I appreciate it. Yeah, I agree, Zen. I'm not seeing a whole lot of buying pressure coming in, but there's the levels. It get back over 292, it can run, so don't want to lose this. There are better opportunities. All right, my friends. Thank you all. I appreciate you so much. Very, very much. Now, I want to tell you, if you want to come be part of the family over on the Discord, click the description on the video, you bunch of rascals. If you ain't in there, why ain't you in there? Come be part of the Discord with me. I'm live day trading 5 days a week, 3 days on my own, 2 days with Josh, and I probably pick up a power hour once a week. There's so much value in there. You're gonna grow. You need to be with other like-minded traders. If you are in the Discord, you want to support me, you can resubscribe with my link. That's okay to do. You can do that. I appreciate it if you do. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube, do you mind to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for me if you're brand new here? Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening to me. And I hope I've helped you or encouraged you in some way tonight. It takes a lot of time out of my evenings and stuff to do these lives. But I love doing it. I love coming on here to help everybody. I really do. It's kind of a passion for me. So thank you so much for spending your time with me. I love you. I appreciate you. Boom, baby. We'll see you in the morning, okay? Peace. I'm out of here.